What is up, everybody? JT Dangerous here once again. I am back for my Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling presents Global War Chicago 2017 predictions. Now, Global War Chicago is this Sunday, live from Chicago, and this is the fourth and final Global Wars show during this whole Global Wars tour. Now, we got 8 fantastic matches on this card, and I could not wait to do these predictions, and I hope you guys do enjoy this. Now, if you have not checked out my other 3 Global War predictions that I put up today, definitely go check them out. Now, this is the 4th of 6. That's right, 6 videos that will be up on the channel today. Now, right after this, I'll have my Week 7 college football predictions, and to end the night, I'll have my Week 6 NFL predictions. So remember, 6 videos will be up on the channel, so hopefully you guys will watch all 6 of them. Now, we are at 200 plus subscribers on the channel, so I do want to thank you guys so very much for supporting the channel. To new subscribers, super kick that subscribe button. Thank you guys so very much for doing that, and welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. It is absolutely great to have you guys here. And to my longtime subscribers, thank you guys for sticking around, supporting the channel, and always killing it. Now, this is your first time watching my channel as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I am JT Dangerously, and welcome to the club, because this club is just to... Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into this Global War Chicago's card. Now, if they do add anything else to this card, I'll have it in the comment section down below, but I'm going to do the 8 matches that were confirmed. Now, let's start off with the first match. This is a tag team matchup featuring the best friends, consisting of the PWG champion, Chucky T, and the newest heavyweight in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Beretta, versus the Beer City Bruiser and wrestling's last real man, Silas Young. Now, starting off with the best friends, of course, Chucky T being the PWG champion, had a pretty solid match against Marty Scurll at Death Before Dishonor in a loss, but he looked good in his Ring of Honor debut. And his tag team partner, Beretta, being in New Japan Pro Wrestling in the heavyweight division after being multiple-time junior tag team champions with Rocky Romero. So he's cutting his teeth in the heavyweight division of New Japan Pro Wrestling with shades of Okada, Omega, Evil, and Naito. So he's going to try to be up there, but again, it's going to be a tough road for him. Then on the other side, you have the Beer City Bruiser and Silas Young, starting with the Beer City Bruiser, who obviously likes beer. That's maybe the only thing I can say about the Beer City Bruiser. And then you have Silas Young, who of course got a huge win at the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor, in a brutal last man standing matchup. So Silas Young is riding high for sure in this Global Wars tour. So coming for me in this first tag team matchup, man, this one's really tough. I'm going to take Silas Young and the Beer City Bruiser to defeat Beretta and Chucky T. And now the next matchup, a very interesting one-on-one battle consisting of the former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion and a member of Los Ingobernables de Japón, Ticking Time Bomb, Hiromu Takahashi, versus he is representing, and you're going to be hearing this music a lot in this video. Too sweet, baby. Whoop, whoop. He is the former Ring of Honor television champion, and when you have a Bullet Club, you can never go without a villain. If you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. He is, of course, the villain, Marty Scurll. Now, this is a very interesting matchup in the indie circuits of like Rev Pro and New Japan Pro Wrestling. But we're getting the first time between these two in Ring of Honor. Now, when it comes to history with these two, Hiromu Takahashi has had Marty Scurll's number. Of course, in April in a Rev Pro event, he defeated Marty Scurll, and also at the Best of the Super Juniors. So to say Hiromu Takahashi has a two-match winning streak against Marty Scurll is an understatement. Now, starting off with Hiromu Takahashi. He is definitely keeping an eye on whoever the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion is because he wants a shot at that belt. And he is the former champion, and he's also representing Los Ingobernables de Japón with the Wrestle Kingdom, the G1 Climax winner Tetsuya Naito. Then on the other side, you have Marty Scurll, who is looking to get back on track, the former Ring of Honor television champion, of course, member of Bullet Club. Definitely he is in line for some title shots, definitely in the upcoming months, all the way to 2018. So coming from me in this third battle between these two, man, this one's really, really tough. So coming from me, I think there's no way Scurll is going to lose 3 straight to Hiromu Takahashi. And when you have the chicken wing, there's no way he's going to get out of it. So coming from me in this one-on-one battle, I'm taking the villain Marty Scurll to defeat Hiromu Takahashi. And now the next matchup, a tag team battle featuring the former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions of the World, the Heavy Metal Rebel Frankie Kazarian and Almighty Christopher Daniels, better known as The Addiction, versus two fantastic wrestlers in their own kind. You have the former Ring of Honor Television Champion and a 5-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Time Splitter Kushida, and his tag team partner is a fan favorite in Ring of Honor, and he's got the best ring name in the business. It is Cheeseburger. Now, this one's a very interesting tag team matchup to say the least. Starting off with The Addiction, of course. Ever since, you already know, I've been saying it a lot in my videos that they're trying to ruin Ring of Honor for the fans, for the organization, and that's what The Addiction does. They're, again, one of my favorite tag teams in TNA, and still are my favorite tag team, because who the hell doesn't like the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, and Kaz? I mean, come on, they're both talented wrestlers as a singles competitors and tag teams. Then on the other side, you have Cheeseburger and Kushida. Of course, Cheeseburger has been wrestling a few times in New Japan Pro Wrestling with, of course, his idol, Jushin Thunder Liger, so he's got the Shote. And you got Kushida, the former Ring of Honor television champion and a 5-time junior heavyweight champion. So Cheeseburger has a great tag team partner for sure in this matchup. So coming from me in this tag team battle, again, I love Kushida. I love Cheeseburger because of the name, and who wouldn't want a cheeseburger? I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want a cheeseburger right now? So coming from me, I'm going to take The Addiction to defeat Cheeseburger and Kushida. And now the next matchup, a 6-man tag team battle between Ring of Honor All-Stars and Suzuki-gun. Now, on the one side representing Ring of Honor's All-Stars, you have the new and reigning Ring of Honor television champion, the King of the Night, Kenny King. You have one half of the greatest world tag team champions in Ring of Honor, Mark Briscoe, and you have the greatest first-generation wrestler in this business today, and he is the franchise of Ring of Honor, Jay Lethal. Versus, they are all representing Suzuki-gun, Ichiban. They are the reigning IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the American Psycho Lance Archer and Davey Boy Smith Jr., the Killer Elite Squad. And also the leader of Suzuki-gun, and he is the reigning IWGP Never Openweight Champion and one of my all-time favorites, Minoru Suzuki. Now, starting off with the Ring of Honor stars, of course, Kenny King winning the Ring of Honor television title in an upset win over Kushida at Death Before Dishonor in his hometown in front of his family. So that was a big win for him. Again, like I said in that video, even if Kenny would have won, I would have still be happy. And I'm so proud of Kenny King for sure, because a former X Division champion is now a Ring of Honor television title. Now the ball is in his court to defend it and show that he is the King of the Night, and he is maybe the most talented television champion other than Will Ospreay or Marty Scurll, but a pretty good television champion. Then you have Mark Briscoe. Of course, Jay Briscoe's not here. So Mark Briscoe, of course, Redneck Kung Fu is going to be in full effect, and Froggy Bow and all that stuff with Mark. Then you also have Jay Lethal, who's coming off a tough loss at the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view in the last man standing matchup, so he's looking to get back on track. Then on the other side, you have Minoru Suzuki and the Killer Elite Squad, of course, the only 2 champions in the group of Suzuki-gun. Of course, Minoru Suzuki has been I think the IWGP Never Openweight Champion for a couple months, and KE has just regained the belt at Destruction in Kobe last month. So, coming from me in this matchup, I'm going to take the team of Minoru Suzuki and the Killer Elite Squad to win. I just think Suzuki's going to need some wins going back to New Japan. Maybe he'll be defending his Never Openweight Championship, and the Killer Elite Squad also getting ready for Tag League in November. So coming from me, I'm going to take Minoru Suzuki and the Killer Elite Squad to defeat Kenny King, Jay Lethal, and Mark Briscoe. And now the next matchup, a battle of two of the greatest high flyers in Ring of Honor history. It is one of my all-time favorites, and I love this kid in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He is Quicksilver Will Ospreay versus Ring of Honor's version of Will Ospreay, of course, Flip Gordon. Now, this is the first time they've ever met. They have never met before. This is a first time ever match, and it's between two of the greatest high-flying talents in wrestling. Starting off with Will Ospreay, of course. He is one of my all-time favorites, the Best of the Super Juniors champion, the former Ring of Honor television champion, and by far, he is quick as a cat. He's been doing his little cat things with Hiromu Takahashi. He's been challenging Kushida for the junior heavyweight title. But Ospreay, by far, is going to be the future. And hopefully in next year's G1, he will be in it and he'll prove how good this kid is because he is. Then on the other side, you have Flip Gordon, who, of course, the one thing I know about Flip Gordon is if you watch the Being the Elite channel on YouTube, you know how Flip Gordon always gets he shakes hands, and then you hear somebody say, "Where do you think you're going?" And then they just do something like do the whole Marty Scurll to his hands, super kick him, Messler driver him, and they said, "Ready, 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Ring of Honor, and fuck the Revival." But that's the only thing I know about Flip Gordon, but I've heard he's pretty damn fantastic in the ring. So coming from me in this battle of the high flyers, I gotta go with my man Will Ospreay. Again, he is riding high. He's going into 2018 definitely with some momentum. I cannot say anything bad about Will Ospreay. I just can't. So coming from me in this matchup, I am taking Will Ospreay to defeat Flip Gordon. And now the next matchup, and this one's definitely going to be the most hilarious matchup. It is Colt Cabana, Cabana Banana, versus the Sublime Master Thief, Toru Yano. Now, Colt Cabana actually asked for this match on Twitter last week, said, "Board of Directors, I'm in Chicago, Toru Yano's in Chicago, make it happen." And of course, that same week, it was confirmed that we're getting this match. So we're going to have the two of the best rule breakers in the wrestling business with Colt Cabana and Yano. Now, starting off with Colt Cabana, this is his hometown. He's well known in Chicago. Another person is also well known in Chicago, CM Punk. But Colt Cabana has been in Ring of Honor since the beginning. Of course, I think this is his first match since the Ring of Honor title match he had against Jay Lethal. I'm taking a guess there, but it's been a while since we've seen Colt Cabana. I mean, we've heard him on announcing with Ian Raccabani, or Macaroni like I call him, but he's been doing good as a commentator for Ring of Honor, but it's going to be good to see him back in the ring. Then on the other side, you have Toru Yano, of course, representing Chaos, and he is by far the greatest rule breaker I have ever seen. I watched him in the G1 Climax this year. He was doing crazy stuff. He was doing the most insane Master Sublime Thief things he can ever do to get wins in the G1. He actually beat a lot of pretty good people. Of course, he beat Minoru Suzuki on the final day. He wins. He'll win. I guarantee. And the thing with Yano is sometimes his matches don't even last a minute. Like, we saw that in the G1 Climax a few times in the past with Yano, that he's beaten somebody in less than a minute or less. So this one's going to be the hilarity match right here, because it's going to be a great match, but it's going to be so much fun to see who's going to do these little moves to get the dirty moves to get the pins with Yano and Cabana. So coming from me in this matchup, you know what? Colt Cabana is good at just being a Master Thief, but you got to be a Sublime Master Thief, and that's Yano. So coming from me, I'm taking Toru Yano to defeat Colt Cabana. And now the next matchup, an 8-man tag team battle featuring the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. If you know their music, you know who I'm talking about. course, they are Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns, and their tag team partners are Search and Destroy of Jonathan Gresham and the youngster Jay White, and their opponents. They are all representing once again. And it is just too sweet! Whoop, whoop. They are the reigning Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team Champions. Firstly, he is one of my all-time favorites in Ring of Honor, and maybe the most improved wrestler in 2017, Hangman Page, and his tag team partners are the former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions of the world, but they're also the Super Kick Champions of the world, because it ain't no party like a party with, of course, Matt, Nick, the Young Bucks, and their tag team partner is the reigning Ring of Honor World Champion, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Out of control. He is the American Nightmare Cody. Now, this is a very interesting 8-man tag team matchup, being in the sense that the Motor City Machine Guns were the team that defeated the Young Bucks at Death Before Dishonor to become the brand new Ring of Honor tag team titles. So this may be the best chance the Bucks can get a legitimate one-on-one match for their Ring of Honor tag team belts, so we can get the tag team belts back to Bullet Club. Of course, when you have the Hung Bucks with they being the Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Champions, this is a great team. Again, if you saw that match with the Briscoes and Bully, that everybody was saying, "Where's Hangman?" And he came back, and he had duct tape over his mouth and duct tape on his hands, and he did a moonsault in that match. He had his hands taped and his mouth taped with duct tape, and he did a moonsault in that match. Amazing. Like I said, Hangman Page is going to be the most improved wrestler in 2017. He's going to be in the top in 2018. Then you have Cody, the reigning Ring of Honor World Champion, and you already know when it comes to those four, they're going to have to kiss the Ring of Honor before the match. So Cody has been a fantastic world champion. Again, a lot of people don't like him. I like him because he's part of Bullet Club, and he's all about FTE, and if you don't know what FTE, if you know what FTR means, it means fuck the revival. Then on the other side, you have the Search and Destroy and the Machine Guns, of course, Jonathan Gresham, talent, Jay White, a fantastic talent I've talked about a lot on this channel, and Sabin and Shelley being the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. So they're looking to continue success against the Young Bucks. So coming from me in this 8-man tag team battle, you already know, and you know this channel is all Bullet Club for life. I am taking the team of the Hung Bucks and Cody to defeat the team of Sabin and Shelley and Gresham and Jay White. And now the main event for the IWGP United States Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He is representing Chaos. He has had Omega's number in a few times in 2016, and he's looking to get his first IWGP title in his career. He is Headhunter or Tacos Yoshi-Hashi. And now the champion. He is the leader of That's right, baby. Too sweet, baby. Whoop whoop. And he is the reigning and defending IWGP United States Champion. He is the 10-star superstar, and he is the best damn wrestler on this planet today. And he is the best thing coming out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And he is the real IWGP Heavyweight Champion by defeating Okada. And he is the modern day He is the modern day Terminator, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Oh, 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 oh. He is, of course, the cleaner, Kenny Omega. Now, this is the third matchup between these two in New Japan Pro Wrestling, of course, at the G1 Climax in 2016. Yoshi-Hashi was the man who defeated Kenny Omega in the G1 Climax, where, of course, that same year, Omega defeated Hiroki Goto to win the G1 Climax. Now, then, of course, a few months later, I think it was at Destruction, Yoshi-Hashi was the first man to challenge Omega for the IWGP Heavyweight title match briefcase, which of course Omega defeated him. So this is the third battle between these two. Now this whole thing started at Destruction in Kobe, where Kenny Omega defended and retained his IWGP United States Championship over Juice Robinson. During the press conference, Yoshi-Hashi came out saying, again, I'm not translating what he's saying. He's saying that I want to have the next shot at your IWGP United States title. And then he went like this to Kenny Omega. No, Yoshi-Hashi, only Kenny Omega can do this. And of course, this match was set. This was named the main event at this Global War Chicago show, which I thought was going to happen at Power Struggle for New Japan. So we're getting it here. This is, of course, Kenny Omega's second title defense of the IWGP United States title, and this is the first time Ring of Honor is going to be seeing this title defended. So there's definitely some history here. Starting off with Yoshi-Hashi, of course, been fantastic. This is, I think, his first title opportunity since he fought Minoru Suzuki at Kuzuno Road I think it was in July. So it's not July. I think it was June. So it's been a while since Yoshi-Hashi is getting a title opportunity. He's given the champions fights, but he's always fell short. That's the idea with Yoshi-Hashi. He's pretty good, but he always falls short when it comes to a title match. Then you have Kenny Omega, of course. He is, again, like I said, he is the real world's champion because he was the second man to defeat Okada in the G1 Climax. He is the real world's champion, and he's also being the United States champion. So, coming from me in this IWGP United States Championship main event, I think you already know, and if you know my channel, you already know, I'm taking my man, the cleaner, Kenny Omega, to defeat Yoshi-Hashi and retain his IWGP United States Championship. And those are my Global War Chicago's 2017 predictions. I hope you guys did enjoy these predictions. Comment below, who do you have winning all of these matchups? Who do you have between Marty Scurll and Hiromu Takahashi? Who do you have between Ospreay and Flip? Who do you have between that 8-man battle with Bullet Club and Search and Destroy? And let me know who you guys got between Yoshi-Hashi and the cleaner Kenny Omega. I would love to see your guys' opinion on that. Let's have a conversation about it. Now, I am always on to see your comment, thumbs up, and then of course reply right back to you because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching. And of course, before you go, you can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends, of course, super kick! That like button like only you guys can. Of course, you can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys later today for my Week 7 college football predictions. Later days, and peace!